All right, here we are, another episode of Stand Tall. We're in the Art of War, Chapter 6, Verse 10. You may advance and be absolutely irresistible if you make for the enemy's weak points. You may retire and be safe from pursuit if your movements are more rapid than those of the enemy. All right, so you can attack if you know the weak points, and you attack the strong points. And you may retire and be safe from pursuit if your movements are more rapid than those of the enemies. Got to be quick to retreat. I think that this may be more as like a stock market and investing sense of awareness, in the sense of sometimes at 20% you just got to cut your losses and sell. You kind of follow these strict rules that are kind of key steps to success in that world. So I think if you got to be quick, right? Especially on options trading. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go over to an alternate translation and see what we can find. Master Sun says, to advance irresistibly, push through their gaps. To retreat elusively, outspeed them. Ho Yongqin says, if your forces push through the opponent's gaps as they move forward and take advantage of speed when they retreat, then you can overcome the opponent while the opponent cannot overcome you. Zheng Yu says that at a standoff, if you rush in and strike when you see a gap, how can the enemy fend you off? Having gained the advantage, you retreat, hastening back to your stronghold for self-defense. Then how can the enemy pursue you? Military conditions are based on speed. Come like the wind, go like lightning, and opponents will be unable to overcome you. Yeah, I mean that's the whole Blitzkrieg, German style. In Mass Effect, the Turians kind of hit them hard, hit them fast, and be relentless. Brute force. So yeah, whether it's brute force retreat and they can't defeat that shell, or if it's brute force advancing because you know where the weak points are and you just got to keep hammering them. All right, today is January 6th. Where, Who, What, and Why out of the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Starting with a quote from Marcus Aurelius out of Meditations 8.52. A person who doesn't know what the universe is doesn't know where they are. A person who doesn't know their purpose in life doesn't know who they are or what the universe is. A person who doesn't know any one of these things doesn't know why they are here. So what to make of people who seek or avoid the praise of those who have no knowledge of who or where they are? So why are you worried about what other people think who likely aren't thinking about you anyway? Is how I take that. Oh man, the late comedian Mitch Hedberg had a funny story he told in his act. Mitch Hedberg, man. R.I.P., one of the realest. Sitting down for an on-air interview, a radio DJ asked him, so, who are you? In the moment, he had to think, is this guy really deep or did I drive to the wrong station? How often are we asked a simple question like, who are you, or what do you do, or where are you from? Considering it a superficial question, if we even consider it at all, we don't bother with more than a superficial answer. A superficial answer for me for years was an elevator pitch as a financial advisor, trying to come up and craft the perfect thing to grasp people's attention, almost to be like automatic, crafting my personality in a way that wasn't really me. Who are you? Well, like, what do you do? I do different things for different people at different times. And then you lead into something about being a financial architect or something similar, like a financial doctor, just trying to, but at the end of the day, you're just trying to sell them insurance and it's all fake. So, like, we all give superficial answers. But, gun to their head, most people couldn't give much in the way of a substantive answer. Could you? Could you? Could you? Have you taken the time to get clarity about who you are and what you stand for? Or are you too busy chasing unimportant things, mimicking the wrong influences, and following disappointing or unfulfilling or non-existent paths? Oof, that is a question that a lot of people have to ask. And I think, like, for me personally, that's why I came to the career that I came to, because it's fulfilling in the sense of I'm serving others. It's physically demanding, and it's intellectually stimulating. So, you got to find what is the best thing for you. And if you have to force it, maybe that's not the one. But we got to find what is ultimately the right fit for us. And using Sun Tzu's tactics, if we know the weaknesses of a career we're trying to pursue, and maybe we could twist that as like the weaknesses being our strengths, and we attack it. We attack that career. We go at it full force, but maybe we're still in an exploration phase and we're trying different careers, or we're doing things like waiting tables to help pay for college, or start another company. We drive Lyft and Uber, but like all of these roles, we need to learn something, and we need to always do them to the best of our ability. But most importantly, we need to be able to retreat quickly, especially if it's something that we thought might be a good career, but turns out it wasn't a right fit. So don't sink too much time into it before you know, because I feel like you can literally do anything in this world if you're willing to put in the work.